Good evening, everyone. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Jerin Jijo, Joel's younger brother, and this is Joshua, the baby of the family. Joel always knew public speaking was one of my worst fears, so I feel like he's laughing at me down from heaven right now. Joel Jijo, Super Jijo, Mole Boy, Sehiyon Soldier. These were all nicknames given to Joel by his friends, but to me, Joel was just simply Jijo. Joel and I were not your normal pair of brothers. Other siblings would talk to each other every day, or go out with them every day. Me and Joel never did anything like that. To be completely honest, I think we've only had a handful of solid conversations his whole life. All of these which I cherish in my heart to this day. Though this might sound sad to other people, it was normal for me. You see, Joel lived by the words, actions speak louder than words. He didn't need to tell me that I love you. He didn't need to tell me I love you for me to know. He would show me his love every single day. When I wake up for school and was feeling lazy, he would bring me specifically half a cup of chaya to make me mad. He knew I always wanted a full cup, but he could never get the measurements right and would never try to learn. When I was sick, he would wake me up in the mornings with scrambled eggs and bread, plus a half cup of chaya. Whenever Papa and Mommy went to work, he became the designated parent. Whether it be giving Joshua an ID or pinching my skin off, he was always trying to make me and Joshua grow up properly. Jato was always caring and nice, maybe a little too much. Although he had many positive qualities, he was also the most annoying person I knew. You guys have heard all the good things about him so far today, but my perspective of Jato was a little different. After living with him for 17 years, you've seen some things that you don't want to see. In my eyes, Jato was an irritating, ugly, bothersome brother. I will always remember how he used to punch me for no reason when Papa and Mommy weren't looking, or steal my phone for hours. Of course, being the middle child, I ended up getting in trouble with my parents no matter whose fault it was. He was always a little too good at twisting the story up in a way that benefited him. I'll never forget the one day that Jato finished work and decided to just stare at me. Simply just stare at me. For at least 2 hours. I got so fed up with him, I went and hid in my bathroom, and he called me on WhatsApp. I have him blocked to this day. I'm going to have to stop myself from going any further about all of the annoying things he did in case he decides to not listen to my prayers. Although he was a pain in the butt to deal with and insanely infuriating, he was still my favorite person. No matter how rough his schedule was, he would always make time for me. Even after the pandemic started and he was working from home, he always made time for me. I think Jato was the only sibling I knew that never asked to put a lock on his door. No matter how many times me or Joshua walked in when he was in an important work meeting, he never asked to put a lock on the door. He wanted us to be able to come to him for help no matter what he was doing. Jato always helped me with my homework, and honestly, I would not have passed school this year without him. Life is going to be so difficult without you, Joel Jijo. I don't know who I'm going to annoy when I'm bored now. I can feel him laughing at me right now. Sorry. I don't know who I'll go running to with my questions and random stresses. Jato was the biggest blessing God has ever given me. Even though Jato went to heaven suddenly, he made sure to leave something for me. Besides his phone that I already stole, and his computer I still don't know how to work, he left an even bigger gift. As I lost one brother, he made sure I gained 7 new brothers and even a couple of sisters. He made sure I would have people checking up on me constantly and provided me with people I could go running to. All of these people know who they are, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate you guys so very much. Joel always seemed to have an unlimited space in his heart, and his friends had a huge chunk of his heart. He made sure his friends are always happy, and best of all, getting closer to God. Jato has a diary at home, and in it, on December 18th, 2020, he found a beautiful Bible verse. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 14. Being friends with people that are not spiritual, it is harder to worship. Most people would have read this and decided it was time to drop their friends. but Jata, being the person he was, took this as a challenge. He decided it was time to make his friends closer to God. Whether it be a small thing such as making them all do a prayer together, or simply being a role model, he was always trying to bring them to heaven. Jata often took sacrifices for other people, such as sleeping on the floor or skipping one meal for his intentions. Whatever it may be, Jata loved the people he called his friends and family. One thing about Jata I'll never be able to forget was his highly infectious smile. No matter what time it was, Jata always had a grin on his face. His smile always seemed to spread to those around him. Jata's huge smile will constantly be missed. I'm going to miss seeing those teeth brightening up the world around him. I promise you, Jata, I'll be strong for Papa and Mommy. I love you so much, Joel, and will forever miss you.